Kristen with Nerdette's NewsStand, and we got some news today when it comes to DC Comics. A new promotion that has come to the forefront, and it is actually Marie Javins. She has went from a little bit of an editorial shakeup to now being promoted to the editor-in-chief. And I think this is fantastic. And I'm going to tell you exactly why, but I did see a few people screaming woke, and I would say in this instance, I would have to disagree with you. One thing that impressed me about Marie Javins quite a while back is the fact that she kept people like Mark Russell, who are known for going off the rails, in check. She actually worked with him on Snagglepuss, and I will go over some of what she has done, but she kept him in check. She keeps politics in check, and that has to be the best thing about her right now when it feels like you cannot escape from politics. Sometimes you just want to escape, right? So I want to talk about Marie. I also want to let you guys know I have a bigger video coming out tomorrow going over everything in the DC universe. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Multiversity, going through death metal, and then ending up at the Omniverse, which we should get. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Can you say stay tuned on YouTube? Anyways, let's talk about this. So Marie Javins actually started in comics in 1988. She has been working in comics for as long as I have been alive. Now, the great thing about Marie Javins is she has worked a lot of different roles, right? Whether it's publishing or editing or imprint. She was a colorist. She worked for Marvel. She has the life experience needed for an EiC. And before, we had a great EiC, right? Bob Harris. So filling his footsteps is going to be hard. And she is going to be able to do it, at least in my opinion. I think so. So she has been working for DC since 2014, and that was originally only on a temporary basis to help during when they relocated from New York to California, and they loved her, right? So that temporary arrangement kind of became permanent. And then she was the executive editor of Global Publishing and Digital Strategy. And now we have her from there to editorial, now to the actual EiC. I really enjoy some of her stuff, and some of it I actually have quite disdain for. And when I mean disdain, I mean Harley Quinn Breaking Glass is probably the worst OGN that I have ever read. Now, mind you, it is a YA. Obviously, I wasn't their target audience, but it is one of the worst books I've ever read, and the art is stunning. But she's also done stuff like Superhero Girls. Worked on the OGN for that. She worked on Superman Smashes the Klan, which I did see, some people initially when it came out claiming it was woke. It's not. Superman's always gone up against the Klan. It's boring. I will say it's boring. But it's not woke. It's kind of something Superman's always done. I believe he had a serial in the 50s, maybe? I could be wrong. I'd have to look it up. But she also was the editor in the Justice League line in 2018 and 19. And she is currently the editor of the Dark Knight's Death Metal event. And that's a huge list. I mean, obviously, I could go on and say more, but that is a huge list for Dark Knight's Death Metal. This event has grown in such proportion that it is going to change the entire universe of DC Comics. And that's really kind of what my video is about tomorrow. But it's going to basically make everything, change space and time as we know it, get kicked to the future, get kicked back, and we're going to have a bit of a reboot in March. Again, make sure you're subscribed. I will have that up tomorrow. But it is a huge thing to be the editor of, right? A lot of big names, a lot of good talent, a lot of convoluted storylines that need to be fleshed out correctly. So I absolutely think she deserves this. I think she will do a good job. I think she will have no problem. She's going to be working directly under Daniel Cherry, who was named not that long ago, I would say a few months ago, who directly works under Jim Lee, right? So we kind of have our order of operations there. But she did give a little bit of a quote here, right? And I think she's pretty excited to have this position. She said, as a young girl devouring comics of Wonder Woman, Nubia, and Supergirl, I never dreamt that decades later, I would be at the helm of the mighty DC Comics. I'm incredibly honored by this responsibility and will dedicate myself to supporting and challenging DC's extended family of staff, talent, retailers, and partners around the world in our quest to tell innovative visual stories that both reflect and expand our world, and in some cases, our galaxy and multiverses. I love that. I actually think that's pretty perfect. Nothing too over the top, no virtue signal, no nothing like that, just straight forward. I'm excited, right? And we don't get that nowadays. It's really unfortunate because besides my video yesterday, well, okay, there's a couple of them, I've been trying to avoid anything political because you gotta be sick of it, right? You gotta be sick of it, because I know I am. Yet it still shows up in everything we read, not every video, but a lot of what we read, a lot of what we watch, and you know what? I'm getting sick of it. So I figure I better avoid it and, kind of just shoot the shit on a normal type of base. So I think this is going to be good. I really do. I have no qualms with this whatsoever. I think she'll do a great job. And I think, DC's better for it. Now they have quite a few people in charge that are well qualified. Jim Lee, most of all. I have a lot of respect for him. Daniel Cherry, I don't know too much about, of course. But then again, nobody does. At least in comics, he's from esports. So as far as what we see, what's on them right now is how things go in March at the Omniverse. That's going to be their big true telling on how sales are. And I know sales right now are up. I know sales for death metal are through the roof. So I think this is working out pretty good. So let me know, of course, what you guys think about this, with whether, you think Marie Javins is qualified for this role, or you think, oh my God, she's a woman, how dare her. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon and subscribe stars. You guys literally make this channel possible. Huge thank you to Cage the Mick, Robert Mick Twiz, Black Knight Fool, Brucey, Chris Z, David L, David Rafford, Jeffrey Allen Carnes, Mighty Balls, Mike Buckner, Maizen Barbosa, Ruskar, Ryan Decker, Robert Hoffman, and Doc Holliday. You guys are absolutely amazing, and thank you so much for all your support. Don't forget on the way out to like as always if you enjoy the content, and hit subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.